Enter the Shadow Realm in the season finale of RLDS 2010, not long after the tournament. We're playing a children's card game, but not the Yu-Gi-Oh kind, the Go Fish kind. Because whenever they say it's a children's card game, apparently games like this don't count. What's that? A man that's very interested in girls? You just described 95% of the human population, give or take. At least the male demographics, anyway. Let's have a little flashback thing into the theme song itself, give it a bit more of a dramatic feel, though. This does mean, though, that just to get this out of the way ahead of time, we're going to be doing the movie Linked Fates next week. I kind of wish I could have done this one for, like, around Christmas week or something, but that would require me to basically have the bonus episodes before the movie, and that just doesn't work right in the timeline. Hey, you know, at least it's still in December, right? That worked out, at least. And like it's happening in frickin' June. Anyway. I believe this is the last time we see this intro, so enjoy it while it lasts and say goodbye. Give it a more climactic feel. I think I said that already. We got all 5 pieces of the Forbidden One. Now it's time to go save the sister/girlfriend. Enter the Shadow Realm. Don't mind if I do. I hear it's lovely this time of year. Trees. Now, if this place exists around my neighborhood, they would have cut down all the trees by now. I swear it's the friggin'... I could go on, but I won't. Just some people cutting down their trees. It's kind of sad. Like, I know it's house safety and stuff like that, but it's still like, man, that's oxygen. Now we have Exodia, we don't know what to do now. Okay, we looked at all 5 pieces of the Forbidden One. Now what? Well, I don't know, actually. And thus, we entered the Shadow Realm. The end. We are now in the Upside Down. Oh, wait, that's Stranger Things. Sorry. I do like the little snow particles. Don't have a lot of duels in the snow, that's a fact. I mean, this barely counts, but hey, you know. It's like how Jack Atlas vs. Sergei in Arc V is one of the few duels in the rain. He's a bit more unique. Agaton has to do this one. Makes sense, though. Nemesis started this with Agaton, so Agaton should be the one to finish it. That's just storytelling. Hey, this is how you know it's in the hands of a competent writer, not someone who just went like, but bro, what if I did a twist instead? How's the twist out the story? No, the twist is the story, bro. Sounds like a bad story. Not after the best of starts, but hey.
Aktiválom a Soul Exchange. A varázslapnak köszönhetően a térfeleden lévő Gilgátot feláldozom, és megidézem.
That's one without a problem.
Sötét varázslólát. Sajnos a varázslap miatt ebbe a körbe nem támadhatok. Így most te jössz.
Lehívok egy védekező szörnyet, és egyet hátra. Jöhetsz.
I prefer this pose.
Először is kijátszom a Maiden of Massacre. Majd lefordítok egy kártyát. Maiden! Támad!
She doesn't do different art in each position, I guess, though. Deck destruction.
Nem lesz időt használni. De a férgednek köszönhetően a sötét varázslóm is...
He's destroying the deck, and as we can see, sending Exodia pieces to the graveyard.
Így a sötét varázsló lány további 300 támadó ponttal operál.
Úgy látom, megszódi a darabjaimból sem. Tudtam, hogy fel akarod majd használni ellenem, ezért felkészültem. Szenvedések csak most lesz. Kettős varázs. Fel a hús. A terveinkből egy varázskártyát aktivál valamelyik részén 500 évet futtuk. De most aktiválom a Backfuture.
Oh, this is where thing gets fishy. Discarding 2 cards from my hand. Relinquish to level 1. It's just weird, but hey, it's not the end of the world. It's just one of those where it's like, what do you mean? But yeah, this is bad. Relinquish stole the Dark Magician girl, and now he's using it against him, technically.
A fenébe. Nincs a kezemben olyan lapom ki.
Bricked.
Lejössz.
Elindít, haragjuk le az életfajtaimat.
Ne olyan hevesen.
Golden
Aktiválom
apples.
a csapdámat. Golden Apple. Képességét pedig szerintem már jól ismered. Képességével nem vesztek életpontot, és kapok egy tokent, aminek a támadó ereje egyenlő a te szörnyedével.
Akkor te jössz.
Not bad.
Megidézem a Káosz urának varázslóját, amelynek támadó ereje nagyobb, mint a cél.
Yes, but Relinquish has a special ability. The monster goes down, and they both take a light point damage. And now Relinquish has his monster unequipped, he can just steal it.
Sok sikert hozzá!
Although Chaos Command Knight also has a special ability. I believe it can't be targeted by card effects. Yeah, but Relinquish is a spellcaster. Geroid isn't, though. Yeah, Chaos Command Magician can't be targeted, which is why the effects don't work. So it's actually a hard counter to Relinquish and Geroid.
Ideje megfordítani ezt a párbot. Megidézem a Magical Something-et, amivel megtámadom az árcsőrűződet. Továbbá aktiválom csapdakártyámat.
Magical something, we ran out of ideas. Magical Abductor is much better anyway.
Nincs felkászterem, szóval nem tudjuk.
Let's go with you.
Nekem. Káosz urának varázslója. Támad meg Relinquished-et!
Kidobok a kezemből egy szfértorigót. Így a szörnyed átmódul védekezik.
A varázsos valkűrömet viszont semmi nem akadályozza a támadásban. Így ő végzi ki a Relinquished-et. Támadj! Támadj!
Húzok! Játszom! Forintőr. És a képességével a kezembe...
And then the ritual spell.
Rituális varázskát. Aztán a Dark Geroid-dal elpusztítom a barnádokkal. Jöhet!
And 1700 versus 1600. Oh look, a Dark Geroid attacking animation. What's your choose the evolution? Nah, it came out years later, it doesn't count.
A két pályán lévő szörnyemet feláldozva, megidézem a fekete mágia varázslóját.
Nice! And now getting a spell card back from his graveyard at the end phase.
Támadj! A képességének hála pedig a köröm végén visszahívunk egy varázslatot a temetőből.
Bang Crit is playing just like it did in the last episode too. I forgot to point that out. His life points lost. No, great. 3,000. Yeesh. Those goals remind me that would be just, it's a think Mark think meme, but think Yugi, think! I have the same stats as Dark Magician, require one less tribute. I summon Dark Magician Punch!
Elpusztítom a mezőlapodat. Így, a koponya szörnyed 2500 támadó erővel rendelkezik most már. Viszont nem tudok mit tenni, szóval most átadom körömet.
I'm gonna take care of the problem. You did gain more life points though, thanks to spell absorption. Lightning strike.
Nem tudom. Kijátszom a Shard of Greed-et. Majd
last that
Enemy
long.
Controllers, aminek köszönhetően a koponya szörnyed védekező állásba kerül. Utána pedig kijátszom a csukjás férfit, ami most már így képes legyűrni a...
Wait, you didn't use all those spell cards and then you summon this good Dark Magician? Well, I guess he doesn't have another Dark Magician in the deck or something, but you still can summon it from the graveyard. It's like, would you want to summon this good Dark Magician first and then deactivate the spells? Like, I guess he was afraid he might get, like, Magic Chamber or something, so he didn't want to risk it being negated. And therefore... shut up. Yeah, you don't want to, like, go through all that, then some of the good Dark Magician gets bombless or something, or negated.
Majd szedtelek egy kártyát. Továbbá, elpusztítom Girót. Jöhetsz.
Sorsot beteljesíthetek. Játszom, egy. Képességével pedig a kezembe veszek. Rituális.
Get another new ritual monster.
Korábban nem fordított. Rituális fellapodat.
Eh.
Ó, ne!
Yeah, good reaction.
Ne aggódj.
Garandolf automatikusan elpusztítja a szállalmas mágusot, mivel a támadó pontja nagyobb, mint az ő védekező.
That's a good chunk of monsters there.
A csatapárt is onnan fenyeg. Lentben a védekezőtől.
Ezzel Exodia utolsó darabja is a templőbe.
All 5 pieces of the Forbidden One are in the graveyard. Time to summon Exodia Necros!
Nem tudtam volna használni, hiszen a papírban már nincs is több kár. Az életpontjai pedig az egyen.
Ami azt illeti, köszönöm. Felfedem a lefordított csapdalapomat. A Jar of Everite, melynek köszönhetően
Now I put all 5 pieces of the Forbidden One back into my deck.
pedig szerintem kitalálom.
So I have a 100% chance of drawing them.
Szóval az életpontot sosem húzod addig, hogy kihúzhass.
Ó, dehogy
Is
nem.
that so?
Először is húzok. Így Exodia egyik darabja már is a kezemben van. És most jól figyelj. A 2 körrel ezelőtt
It's been 2 turns
aktivált
already?
Battlefield-nek
Time flies.
köszönhetően további 2 lapot húzhatod. Így Exodiának 3
That's already 3 of 5 right there.
Azért mindig csak 3.
Pontosan.
Not done.
De kijátszom az utolsó szörnyemet. Magical Undertaker. Önmagában igaz haszontalan. De ha társítom hozzá a varázslapomat.
Ügyelve.
Pontosan. A Wondermandet. Ami nem csak a szörnyemnek a támadó erejét növeli 500-zal.
But by sending both to the graveyard, draw 2. The last 2 cards in my
További
deck.
2 lapot húzhatod. Úgy sejtem, nem nehéz kitalálni, hogy melyek ezek a lapok.
Exodia obliterates.
Exodia! Pusztítsd el!
His evil laughing was him dying. Frickin' one
Szép volt
no,
ez a font.
Captain Marvel 2'd it.
Most már elengedik harát.
It's the trailer. That's the end of the duel. Nemesis defeated. End of series. Not yet. Darkness, could you go the fuck away already? Even when I'm not watching it in the movie series, I'm watching you.
Ezzel mire célzol?
You can't just take someone back from the Shadow Realm. He needs exchange.
Akkor én maradok. Mondd meg Karának, mit tettem érte. Szó sem lehet.
You want Kara back? Send someone in her place. This is probably the most threatening Darkness has ever been. Just using him as like a force of the underworld, Mephisto sort of character, Mephisto or something like that. He is truly the devil. The most evil thing Darkness has ever done was in technically a spin-off. Like, yeah, of course you wanted to take over the world and all of that stuff, but that's more generic stuff. This is like, hey, you want your girlfriend / sister back? You're gonna have to come in here yourself.
Már majd! Ékezzek! Először is lefordítok egy kártyát védekező módon.
I can go double duty with these duels.
Lássuk, mit rejtegetsz. Kijátszom...
I said Agaton won the last duel against Lehel. Can history repeat itself, or has Lehel improved?
A leütött lap a Legion of the Finjester volt, amelynek képességével a kezembe vehetem a sötét varázslót.
The Heroic movie just released Exodia on him.
Akkor lássuk, mit érsz vele. Ó, hamarosan megtudod. Addig is. Lefordítok egy kártyát. Végtelenül hagyod az életpontjaidat? Akkor ideje, hogy te is megérezd a hűséges bestiám erejét. Feláldozom a Hunter Dragon, és megidézem a tündöklő sárkányt. Tündöklő sárkány, támad az életpontjait! Támad!
Golden apples.
Látom, megidézted a kedvenc sárkányod. De félek, nem sokáig lesz a pályán, ugyanis aktiválom a polimerizációt.
Oh no.
És a kezemben lévő...
It was bait. Please summon the dragons so I can beat over it.
Megidézem! Dark Paladin! Szóval erre vártál.
And you took the bait.
Valamint a 2 sárkányod után a támadó ereje további 1000 ponttal nő. Most pedig aktiválok egy varázskártyát. Shard of Green. Ez később még jól jön. Majd
It turns
aktiválom
to.
a lefordított csapdakártyámat. Magic Circle, melynek köszönhetően megidézhetem a sötét varázslólájt a pakliból.
Leo doesn't have any spellcasting either, he's a dragon deck.
Állj! Csapdakártyát aktiválok. Imperative Attack. Így a sárkányon megmarad. Csak az életpontja.
Yeah, he still takes the damage though.
Akkor jöhetsz.
Do you save the monster or save your life points? It can't do
Sejtettem, hogy
both.
valami nagy dobásra készülsz.
Wabaku.
Ezért
Just
felkészülök.
run Wabaku.
Mégis hogyan? Hiszen bármilyen varázskártyát el tudok pusztítani.
Így van, varázskártyákkal nem tudom elpusztítani, viszont a csapdakártyák ellen hatástalan. A Metal Wolf-val, ha felerősítem a Luster Dragonomat, akkor már nincs esélye ellen. Támadj, Luster Dragon!
Nice. That takes care of the problem.
Védekező módon. Egyelőre egy.
Ez a
Yeah.
párbaj máshogy alakul majd, mint az eddigiek. Tündöklő sárkány, pusztítsd el a védekező lapját. Támadj! A következő körben megy utána a sötét varázslatoknak is.
Azt mondja, meglátjuk lehet.
I should go then and there.
Így a Shard of Gridnek köszönhetően 2 extra kártyát is húzhatunk.
Kétlem, hogy lenne köztük olyan, amelyik legyőzi a sárkányt.
Nem is kell legyőzzem. Mert Solus Change-nek varázslatot kapni.
Oh, I don't have to beat over it. I'll just steal it.
A Chaos Urának varázslóját.
Számíthattam volna rá.
Mivel most még nem támadhatok, így átadom a körömet.
Húzok egy kártyát. Lefordítok egy kártyát. Passzolom a körömet.
Perfect. My mirror force.
2-5-ös vagy nagyobb szintű mágus van a játékban. Akkor speciálisan megidézhetem a fekete mágia varázslóját. Melynek képessége,
I still really like this guy. He's just real cool.
ereje pedig
He isn't good or anything like that, but he's cool.
Attól tartok, nem szabadulsz ilyen könnyen tőlem, barátom. Ugyanis van egy lap, amivel megállíthatom a mágosokat. Aktiválom a Majesty with Ice of Blue.
Ooh.
Temetőbe küldve egy kék szemű hósárkányt.
The magician cannot attack.
Mivel nem tudok támadni, át is adom a körömet neked.
Kockázatos ugyan, de muszáj kockáztatnom. Aktiválom a Heroic Gift nevű kártyát. Így kapsz ugyan 8000 életpontot, de húzhatok még 2 lapot.
Ugye miért meg neked egy?
Szerencsére
Really,
már
those
is,
2 cards, man.
mivel 3 sárkány és egy polimerizációt tartottam a kezembe. A paklim 3/4-ében pedig sárkányok vannak, ezért jó esély volt rá, hogy még 2-t kihúzok.
So in other words,
Itt
time
az
for my
idő, hogy
ultimate
megismerd.
beast.
A leghatalmasabb sárkányok átköszönjük. Megidézem, az ötfejű sárkány.
Gah.
Ötfejű sárkány, pusztítsd el a varázslóját.
Sajnos védelem kell az életpontjaimat. Ezért kijátszok egy szörnyet védekező módon.
Unfortunately, I have to protect myself.
Támadj ötfejű!
Just attack, that's it.
Attól tartok, nincs kártya a paklitban, amit legyőzni.
A paklimban nem is. De a Fusion Recovery kártyámnak
Your deck, though.
temetőmből visszavehetek egy szörnyet és egy polimerizációt.
Get back, Buster Blader.
A Buster Blade.
Pontosan. Méghozzá nem is akármely. Kezemben lévő Buster Blader és Tyrant Dragon összefújulva. Megidézem! Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman.
Akkor a temetőben lévő sárkányaim után az ereje.
A 9 sárkányod után fejenként 1000 támadókon.
Jesus.
Így az összes ereje 11.800. Azt hitted, hogy az 5000-es sárkányod ereje hatalmas. Akkor mit szólsz ehhez?
Elképesztő.
Ugyanakkor minden sárkányt védekező módba kényszerít. De a Buster Blader képességének köszönhetően át tudtam...
And the winner of this duel goes to the Shadow Realm and replaces himself with Kara.
Buster Blader. Támadj. Állj!
Menj, enemy controller! Feláldozom a sárkányomat, így megállom a támadásodat.
Okay.
Amíg nincsen szörnyem a mezőn, addig a Buster Blader nem támadhat direktbe.
Így vagy úgy, de el fognak fogyni az életpontjai. Mivel nincs más szörnyek ezen.
Well, I'll just switch to defense mode, but whatever.
Csatában nem győzhetem le. Akkor
Not like the dragon could do anything anyway.
Tribute of the Doomed. Vagyis,
That'll take care of the problem.
küldök egy lapot a kezemből, ami a Kaibaman lesz. Akkor a te szörnyed is vele pusztul.
Ne! A Bladerem!
És még nem fejeztem be. Eltávolítok egy Light és egy Dark szörnyet a temetőmből, attól speciálisan megidézhetem a Darkfell Dragon. Darkfell Dragon, támadj!
Lefordítok egy szörnyet védekező állásra. Majd pedig aktiválom a varázslapomat. The Shell of Grave-et, melynek köszönhetően...
5-headed can't be special summon except by fusion summon.
Egy lapot lefordítva a mezőn. Te jössz.
Én jövök. Lefordítok egy lapot, és a Darkfell Dragonnal elpusztítom a középső szörnyet.
A leütött lap a Magical Undertaker volt, melynek köszönhetően a helyére hívhatok egy 4-es szintű varázslót. Én pedig varázsos markot választom.
Még ő is gyengébb, mint a sárkányon. Lefordítok még egy lapot.
vele foglak legyőzni. Aktiválom az Emblem of the Dragon Destroyer-t, melynek köszönhetően a
Getting back that Buster Blair. Hey, go back to that unreliable pile. It's the only out to the dragons.
Két szörnyet, akiket feláldozva, megidézem. És a támadó ereje a temetőben lévő sárkányaid miatt 6600 lesz.
Agathon's really showing his stuff. He's improved greatly as a duelist.
Örülök, hogy ezzel a szörnyemmel menthetem meg az életed. Támadj, Buster Blader.
Lefordított lapom.
Not so fast.
Elküldöm a Darth Vader dragon, és visszahívom a temetőből az Exploder dragon. Mielőtt támadta meg a Bladeret, ezért magával rántja a temetőbe.
Akkor hát befejezem a köröm. Vedd fel a visszahívott lapot.
Húzok. Gondolom sejtetted, hogy a lefordított lapom a kék szemű hósárkány lesz.
Are you shocked? Shouldn't
Kék
be.
szemű hósárkány, támad meg az életpontjait.
Akkor már csak egy körre elegendő életpontom van.
A második csapdalapon is egy Dragon Zebra. Így eltávolítva a kék szemű hósárkányt, visszahívhatom a temetőből a tündöklő sárkányt. Egy utolsó finálé.
It's over.
Ne tedd ezt. Én kevertelek ebbe bele. Hagyj bőhődjek én.
Ez nem a te döntésed.
Te
Well,
dobod
he
a
evens up the
tündöklő
score and saves his sister. And makes sure that his sister gets a husband. They did a pretty decent job with this barrier idea.
Nincs semmi baj vele.
It gets the point across. And the fog in the background helps imply the whole hell thing
És mit mondjak
aesthetic.
rám? Hogy fogjam megérteni, hogy hagytalak meghalni?
No, that her big brother gave her life so that she could have a future. Gave his life so that she could have a future.
Ígérem, hogy minden árpárbajozót megállítok, aki a világot fenyeg.
I'll hold you that promise. Sad thing is he won't because we don't see you in the movie series until towards the end.
Szerencsére ismerek nálunk alkalmasabbat a tendenciára. Viszont kérlek, fogad el.
This portal to hell really is letting anyone in.
Kedvenc lapom.
Minden jót megadtam. Ne felejtsd el, amit érted a húgomért, és a világért tettem.
Damn it, Thanos snapped! Well, I'm going home to my wife, which I have back again. Turns out in the end, it was hoes before bros. And Lyle comes back like, what'd you say about my sister? Wait, no, put it down. Nice shot. Wake up. Shaker. Honey, I just had the strangest dream. You got back into Duel Monsters and my brother went off to hell in order to so I could have my life back. Yeah. About that. Well, at least the Pendulum Knights aren't here anymore. The what now? Ah, never mind. They're questionably canon. Think I'll tire over the Tournament of Power I get in? Ah, we'll worry about that later. Yeah. He didn't make it. He chose this. Honey, what are you worrying about? Leo's literally behind the camera. A nice little season. Very compact. You get through season 1 in about 2 hours tops. You know, assuming there's no stop for breaks or commercials or something like that. I'm just giving you a big... maybe an hour and a half or something like that. But it's a short story, but you know, that's okay too. You can have your series that go on for like 1,000 fucking episodes. Or you can have a very compact story that just gets an incentive it wants to say, leaves. Gotta go get the sister/girlfriend back. We got her back. GG easy. Like, to be continued. There is going to be more, especially next week when we get to Linked Fates. That'll be fun. Believe me. I've been looking forward to that one, but we gotta wait a bit longer. Well, unless you want to go watch React do it right now, in which case, go watch Mirko's channel. We already did RLDS. Beat me to it. And yeah, we enter the Link format at the time, so we're going to be entering Master Rule 4, folks. No more of this Duel Link speed duel sort of mechanic. It's proper Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I know a guy who is actually like, I kind of preferred Season 1 because I like the Duel Links aesthetic. Which, I mean, there is that sort of appeal to it where it's like, it's a speed duel, so it's a little slower and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's one thing modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't like playing, it's modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That's one thing you've learned pretty quick. It's just, I don't know. It's in the eye of the beholder. Some people would prefer the slower stuff, some people would prefer the actual game. It's preference at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, it's still a good series. He still likes it. It's just, you know, personal preferences and stuff like that. You know, nothing wrong with that. Anyway, the story itself was pretty simple, short but sweet at the same time. Lehel didn't really find much use to himself, so he went out. Especially after his loss to Tamash, but thanks to his sister being kidnapped, thanks Agaton, great work there. I knew I shouldn't have made friends with the former Shadow Rider. And being kidnapped by Nemesis, he found his drive going to get out of there and get going. Then get all 5 Exodia pieces in order to try to get his sister back. And in the end they were successful, but at the cost of his own life. Which was the right thing to do at the end of the day. I did like how in the end, both of them stepped forward in order to try to save Card, even though just like reasonably only one of them would make sense. But you know, this is one where it could have gone either way because Agaton would step forward because, well, yeah, he loves her, duh, and she should be with her brother again. But of course, Lehel would step forward because he's her brother, and well, she deserves to have a happy future. They both make sense as to why they would step forward, and it's well written and could work to Lehel on that one. I'm going to be interested when we get into Season 2, that's for sure, because that one gets a whole lot more crazy. It almost feels borderline Netflix, except good. Like, there's so many interconnected moving parts in it. It's not even like Season 2 was that long either, but it's just longer than Season 1, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing that one in the future, though. Give that another viewing and see how it holds up. I'm sure it'll hold up well, but still. But yeah, that's the end of Season 1. Not the most complex in terms of story ever written or anything like that, but it comes in, gives you an episode. You probably get through one episode on your freaking lunch break at work. Well, except for maybe this episode, but you know. Go in, watch the episode, leave. Doesn't have to stick around too much. You get a nice duel out of it, and yeah, these are usually the best duels of the thing. Nemesis has been taken down. I took your girlfriend. You have Exodia? Okay, I'll get rid of all the Exodia pieces. You fool! You've only helped me, actually. It's like the freaking, the whole putting them back in the deck kind of vaguely reminded me of, I think this is going to be uploaded recently. At least TGS Anime put the duel analysis up for it recently. Aporia versus Zone. I'm going to destroy my entire deck, then play Afterglow, so that way I can only draw one possible card, Afterglow, and then Zone fucks that plan up. But still, it's like, that is a solid strategy, just like make sure you have 100%. I destroyed your entire deck, you fool, you've helped me. Oy, that is a funny little twist of the sort of thing. And yeah, there are some weird things like the freaking ritual summon for Relinquish takes 2 months, but that's not the end of the world. Today you're coming here for the storytelling and all of that fun stuff. When I think of, again, this isn't a knock, but when I think of RLDS, I think of the characters in the story more than the duels. So if there isn't any bad duels or anything like that. It's just, this is the first thing I think of. If you're making me think of the characters in the story in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, you're doing a well-done job, because most of the time, that's the only other time I can think of other things like that would be like the main show itself. But hey, you know, people associate with characters more than card games sometimes. But yeah, I did like how in the Agaton versus Lehel 2, Agaton kept going back to the well with the Buster Blader because, well, it's the out to the problem. It's like, how do I deal with these dragons? How about the man who has Dragon Destroyer in his job occupation? I think I'll just keep going back to that guy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess this also proves he has 2 Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, because he fusion recovered it and then got back. Wait, no. The Dark Paladin and then Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer. So yeah, no, he only has 1 of each. But still, 2 ways of slaying dragons, not too bad at all. And yeah. Agaton going with more of the Spellcaster deck because his deck's a bit more of a hybrid, but we're going to see this deck again. No siree. Well, okay, maybe we'll see the deck itself. We're not going to see him duel with it. He gets a new one in Season 2, but I'm going to get into spoilers if I do that for those who haven't seen it. But yeah, overall, Season 1 is a solid season. Not the most complex ever written, but hey, it didn't have to be. It just had to tell a nice little story and get some duels in there. But trust me, when we get to Season 2, it's going to get far more complex and far more interesting. What we got to do with possibly the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Live-action fan series movie made next time with Yu-Gi-Oh! Linked Fates. And trust me, out of all the movies in the movie series, this is probably one of the best. And we can make our arguments over what's the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan movie. This one's in the conversation, I think. But I guess we'll have to worry about that one next time. Until that time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Later.